Open for Business is back, and with me is the CEO of Sante, Mr. Joey Marcelo. Hi, Joey. Magandang
Hello, Cesar.
hapon.
How are you? Great day to you and everyone who's watching right now.
Yes, Joey, we have a very interesting discussion this afternoon because, of course, with the global pandemic, a lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of businessmen have closed their operations, their stores, and there's a lot of challenges. And we see that with the many challenges of the global pandemic, there's a lot of pressure among our countrymen in terms of finding job opportunities for them. And we also noticed that people still choose to stay at home, which is good because that's really the only way for us to really avoid the virus. But of course, as we go into this livelihood opportunities, life has to move on, and people are looking at work from home initiatives. Now, based on what we have seen and what we have heard, one of the business models that really is very interesting in this time, Joey, is direct selling. With this business strategy being one of the pioneers or one of the successful direct sellers, and promoting one also of the brands here in direct selling. Can you discuss what direct selling is, and what is this business model? How is this different from the other business models that we know? Joey?
So direct selling is a business that it's a global business. Okay, basically direct selling is a means of distributing product from the producer directly to the consumer. So the strategy of direct selling is you don't have to build a store. It's person to person selling. All right, so that's the reason why we call it direct selling. Other companies call it network marketing. Some call it multi-level marketing. But on the part of our company, we'd rather call it direct selling because our main objective is to sell a product to a consumer. So basically, direct selling is just a means of distributing products from the producer to the consumer.
And Joey, matagal na ito, institution. This is already an institution. As a matter of fact, I got this data. According to the survey by the Direct Selling Association, 79% of business owners see direct selling as an attractive option for entrepreneurial opportunities. There are a lot of associations on direct selling, and this is a legitimate business. Can you provide some data on direct selling? And there's also a figure here that says almost 1.4 billion US dollars of the direct selling industry's retail sales were generated in the Philippines, which significantly increased from 2013 to 2018. So ganito kalaki yung industriya ng direct selling sa Pilipinas. So can you briefly discuss the direct selling here in the Philippines? What specific products and how big is direct selling here in the Philippines?
When you talk about direct selling, of course there are different industries involved in direct selling. When you talk about industries, like for example, for our company, we're in the wellness business. Also, we're marketing wellness products. But there's a lot of different products in the wellness in the direct selling business. So I've been attending conferences in the US, and I've been meeting people who are into utilities, skincare. So there's a lot of products. In the Philippines, direct selling is really something big. In fact, on my end, this is already my 20th year in the business of direct selling. At hindi siya lumiliit eh. In fact, during the early years, year 2001, if I can still remember right, the projection is direct selling combined with wellness is the next $1 trillion business.
Wow.
So napakalaki nito. But recently, with the advent of social media, e-commerce, internet, alam mo ng mga Pilipino, we're into social media. We love, okay,
Yes.
posting in Facebook, Instagram. But during these times, direct sellers, okay, use social media, e-commerce as a means of promoting their business. So for the past few years talaga, lumaki ang direct selling in the Philippines. In fact, I just don't have the numbers, but almost every month, prior to the pandemic, almost every month, there's a new direct selling company, okay, popping up in the market. There are some involved with investment. Of course, I don't want to comment on it. There's some involved with cryptocurrency. So their favorite model is using the direct selling or the multi-level marketing model. So it's a growing industry, especially during these times of pandemic. All right, people are just in the comfort of their homes, and you can do direct selling business right at the comfort of your homes. So it's a big industry, and it will be growing in the coming years.
Now, Joey, that is really an interesting information. But I'd like to go back to what you mentioned, how other people call direct selling. You mentioned this, sometimes this is called network marketing, sometimes this is called multi-level marketing. In the past, Joey, there are some connotations, or there are some issues about multi-level marketing. There are some people noting that somehow this is a scam. But we know, and our audiences know, that this is a legitimate business. So, before we go into the details on health and wellness and how direct selling helps people, especially now in the pandemic, how would you really determine if this multi-level marketing, network marketing, direct selling is a legitimate business? Because right now we have a lot of audiences who are also looking for opportunities where they can work from home and engage in direct selling business. But for us to be able to really provide guidance to our viewers, how will they determine, or what are the parameters? What will they look for when they go and search and join a direct selling business?
One of the promises of a direct selling business, or in the Philippines, it's commonly known as network marketing. One of the promises is a business opportunity, a chance to change your life for the better. And for a developing country just like the Philippines, a lot of Filipinos all over the world, they are in need of an opportunity to change their lives for the better. So when you talk about network marketing, most of the time it offers two opportunity: an opportunity to buy a quality product, and opportunity to earn in the business. But during the early days, and maybe even now, there are companies who's highlighting the business side. So they entice people to join their company because there's a huge business opportunity. Ito common na naman sa marami to. Some companies use, let's say, showing off high valued vehicles, commission checks. Okay, that's the beauty of network marketing. Companies gives opportunity to people to have their own business. But one thing that you have to look into a network marketing company or direct selling business to find out whether it's a legitimate company or not, if it's the business or income comes whenever they sell products. So ang priority pa rin natin is we need to sell products. And when you talk about products, these are not just ordinary products. These are products, number one, with unique selling proposition, with a reliable and reputable source, and a product that can change people's lives, okay? And if you have quality or good products, we do believe that business will always follow. So on our end, for our company, we're already a 13-year-old company. From day one, we promoted the value of our product. Since we've proven that our product is effective and can help a lot of people, so business followed. So that's what we are telling our distributors, or we call them business owners, that if you highlight the quality of our product and people buy the product because they benefit from the product, business and money will come. So it shouldn't be enticing people to join because they will just earn money from whatever business that you offer. It's a matter of presenting to them a beautiful business opportunity given the right product, the right quality product that they can market, and in return, money will follow. So dapat talaga, if you'll ask me, ang binebenta, of course, ng isang direct selling business, more than the business or yung income opportunity, is the quality of their product. And as the saying goes, if the product is good, business will always follow. So that's one of the mark of a legitimate company. They market the product and not the business. Okay? And people earn because they can sell the product, not because they can recruit other people. So it's about product selling, not recruitment.
Wow, that's a very clear statement, and it's something that really clarifies, you know, and gives guidance to our viewers in choosing a direct selling business or opportunity. But the basic thing that I learned from that statement, from that explanation, Joey, is that dapat may produkto. Like say, if ever there's a direct selling opportunity and there is no product, that is already a red flag. Am I correct, Joey?
Yes, I
Okay.
agree. That's it.
Now, we also hear a lot of these business models when you hear unilevel, stair step, binary. These are terms and words that are floated when you join a direct selling business. Can you differentiate all these terms or levels or compensation plans in the direct selling business?
Those words are simply brands of different compensation plan. Okay, so any company can brand their compensation plans with different terms. Okay, like for example, Unilevel is a brand of a compensation plan that was here for 30, 40, 50 years already. So it simply means that it's a compensation plan wherein you earn whenever you invite people, whenever they purchase product. That's your first level. When that person invite another one, okay, that's your second level. So it's one line, one level. So basically, those are just terminologies. But in a network marketing business, companies design a compensation plan and give title to it. Okay, that enables the distributor to at least climb the ladder of success by developing a business system that enables them to achieve their dreams. So compensation plan in network marketing is something that a company formulates the day that they found the company. Okay, this is very critical. The design of the compensation plan, because there are companies who fails because of an erroneous compensation plan, and that's the reason why on our end, I encourage our distributors or business owners or anyone who's watching right now that before they join a certain company, they have to check on the stability of the compensation plan. Okay? Don't just be excited with the promises of huge income. You join us, just recruit X amount of people, and this is how much you'll earn. Mm-hmm. So it's not about the recruitment. It's not about the big amount of money that you'll earn. Mm-hmm. It's about the stability. Mm-hmm. Challenging lang kasi syempre you'll be talking about numbers. Mm-hmm. So those different terminologies, those different brands are different compensation programs launched in a network marketing business. It's very critical because number one, a compensation plan can help a lot of people achieve their dreams in life. But at the end of the day, if it's an erroneous compensation plan, it can break a lot of hearts. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why you've been hearing about network marketing, comparing them to a pyramid scheme. Halos pareho lang yung scheme eh. Pero at the end of the day, nagfe-fail because of number one, maybe an erroneous marketing plan, or number two, because they don't have a product that's being catered by the public.
So okay, you mentioned, Joey, about pyramiding, a pyramid scheme. So how will people realize that it is a pyramid scheme?
Again, as mentioned a while ago, first thing that they have to check. Okay, in our company, I have actually I'm creating a training right now. I call it the four-legged horse. How will you find out if the company is legitimate or not? Four-legged horse. So a horse needs four strong legs to be able to cross a finish line mm-hmm. and win the championship. And what are the four legs that you need to look at a company to find out if it's legal or not? Number one, look at the background of the company. Who's the company? Who are the people running the organization? Mm-hmm. Are they experienced businessmen? Okay. Are they already running a business for X number of years already, there's nothing wrong of enjoying a company na bagong tayo lang. Okay, everyone has the potential of really having or setting up a company and be able to make that company succeed. But it's very important for us to know the background of the people running. That's number one, the company. Number two, product. The company needs to have a legitimate product. And not only a legitimate product, but a product that will stand the test of time. Okay? During these times of pandemic, ang importante ngayon is a product that is pandemic-proof, a product that is future-proof. So not all products can be marketed in a direct selling business. So that's number two, very important product. Number three, design of a compensation plan. Not all compensation plans are created equal.
Yes.
For people who are watching right now, don't just be excited with the magnitude of promises when it comes to income. Showing you million peso amount of check, exotic cars. Yes, it's good to aspire for those things, but don't just be enticed. Just be careful in studying the compensation program of a company. Okay, so a legitimate MLM company doesn't only mean that they promise huge amount of income. Fourth is the system. When I say system, like during these times, it's hard to do a direct selling business if you're not online. It's hard to do a direct selling business if you're still waiting for the time that you can do face-to-face selling.
Yes.
Right? So on our end, these four factors is really very important for us to find out if the company will last. Because just like a horse, kung tumatakbo yun at yung isang kabayo biglang napila yan, chances are the company will fall down. Alright? So again, what are the four? The company, stability of the company, stability of the product, stability of the compensation plan, and stability of the system. If all of these four are present in a company and in a way it's already stable, maybe that's the right company for the person being sponsored.
Let's talk about health and wellness because we're in the COVID-19 crisis. We worry. Everyone's worrying about their health, their wellness. And we worry in the sense that we love our families, we love our kids and our friends, and we want to avoid the virus. That's why we're Open for Business is also really enforcing very, very strict health protocols, especially with the company. Now, as you mentioned earlier during the interview, there has to be a good way, and there has to be a good company, a good brand. There has to be a product, that should be somehow promoted or marketed in the direct selling business. With Sante, Joey, what is the relevance of Sante in the COVID-19 era? And we know that there are a lot of health benefits also, and these are what people are looking for: how to boost their immune system. What specific product benefits that a customer can get from these products? How affordable is it? Is it approved by government or health agencies who are in charge of regulating them? Can you talk more about this health and wellness product with Sante that you are distributing? And I guess not only here in the Philippines, but in other countries or markets.
Well, we're proud to say that, of course, Sante International, just to be clear with our audience right now, Sante International is a 100% Filipino-owned company. We started 13 years ago with one simple objective. Our mission is to help people live better lives. So during those days, we're praying. In fact, during my early years in the business, me together with my partners, we're praying for the right product for us to market via the direct selling business. So year 2007, we came across a raw material called barley grass. We don't know anything about barley grass. So we researched about barley grass and we found out that according to expert, it's the only vegetation on earth that can supply nutritional support from birth to old age. So we got so excited. We searched on the product. I searched on people marketing the product, and lo and behold, there's no company being champion with barley grass. So
Really?
during that time, nag-isip na kaagad kami, we want to be the barley authority, not only in the Philippines, but all over the world. Well, we came across a supplier from New Zealand, one of the best source of agriculture and organic products. And siguro to cut the long story short, we're proud to say that we're the first ever Filipino company to set up our own manufacturing facility in New Zealand. So we're the ones manufacturing na. Before we have a supplier, we're now manufacturing our own barley grass from the main source, which is New Zealand. And one thing about barley, when we started Sante 13 years ago, it's really not about the business. Eh. In fact, if we will just promise heaven and earth when it comes to the business, baka matagal na kaming sarado. Yung nga lang, during our early days, there's a lot of people who benefited from the product. And of course, our product is a food supplement. We don't promise that this can heal different illnesses. But of course, we're FDA registered. But we don't want to promise anything. It's just that we've been hearing a lot of stories about people na meron ganitong sakit na gumaling sa produkto. That's their story. We respect that. But because of the COVID-19 crisis, nag-iba yung perception ng tao eh. Pananaw ng tao when it comes to wellness. It's not about buying products when you're sick. During these times, the only thing that we can do is boost our immune system. The cure for COVID is not yet here. I'm not saying that our product will cure COVID. But as we all know, products such as barley grass and vitamin C helps boost the immune system of people. And that's the only thing that we can do right now. In fact, it's a blessing in disguise because prior to the pandemic, we've been really capturing the attention not only of Filipinos but the global market. We already have offices in 7 other countries. We're about to open 2 more, kaya lang medyo nag-time out muna kami because of COVID, but definitely will be opening Bulgaria and Bahrain by next year. Well, the good thing is, yung product nagiging well-known na siya globally, and here comes COVID-19. So we're blessed because during these times, we've experienced sudden surge in the demands of our product, especially with our vitamin C product, who happens to be just our number 5 selling product. But because of COVID-19, ang naging buzzword ngayon sa public is vitamin C, vitamin C. So I still remember last March, yung stock namin for 1 year, naubos ng 1 month. So people nowadays become very much aware on the value of prevention rather than cure. Okay, they'd rather to be to have a strong immune system rather than buy a product that will cure their sickness. So I think nagkaroon lang ng magandang timing talaga yung company. I'm not saying that COVID-19 is a blessing in disguise for us. It's not a blessing, but there's always an opportunity when it comes to adversity and crisis. And what we're doing right now is we are seizing that opportunity. Of course, not only for us, but for our distributors.
We agree there, Joey. And my next question actually is, you mentioned also during the interview that there is a lockdown, and people, business owners cannot easily continue their business. And with the lockdowns, there were limitations as to even the brick and mortar stores, they had to close because of the quarantine, and that was a huge challenge to a lot to business owners because they cannot really operate. And for some, a lot the sector that were really affected was also huge, from hotels, restaurants. But in the case of Sante, because you are dealing with, you mentioned that you're dealing with e-commerce, and it is very evident in this case that e-commerce, has been one of the gainers during this COVID-19 crisis. What now is the role of e-commerce and technology in your direct selling business?
Yeah, actually, prior to COVID-19, we've been heavily promoting our business via the internet or e-commerce. Okay, and we've one of the blessings is we've managed to train our business owners for quite some time already when it comes to e-commerce. In fact, prior to COVID, we already have a training on how they can do business via digital marketing, via Facebook marketing.
Wow.
So when COVID-19 happened, ang naging pivot lang naman namin is doing presentations via Zoom.
Yeah.
We've been doing Facebook Live already, but we're used to going to a training center, converging and doing presentations. So when COVID happens, so ang pivot lang namin is we have to learn Zoom. So
Mm-hmm.
nowadays we're doing presentations right at the comfort of our homes, but the system is basically the same. They can order online, they can ask their products to be delivered right at the comfort of their homes. They don't need to go out anymore. So nagbunga yung investment namin when it comes to trainings, programs for the past several years. So right now, everyone is heavily into e-commerce. Sante is just parang this is just a walk in the park for us because we've been doing this for quite some time already. And nowadays, Zoom is a buzzword not only for us but for everyone. And everyone in our company is doing trainings, presentation every day via Zoom.
In terms of
Not
the
only
spike
for the Philippine market but globally.
yeah, in the spike of your business with e-commerce, what's the growth in terms of business growth with during
We're happy to
COVID-19?
say without talking about numbers, this is already our 13th year in the business, and June happens to be our biggest month for the past 13 years. June, okay. Considering that number one, there's some logistical problems. Okay? Even couriers, big couriers in the Philippines, they're finding it hard to deliver our products nationwide, and even international couriers, medyo challenging talaga ngayon. One of our main products, vitamin C, for a month, nagkaroon kami na out of stock because of the sudden surge. But even though meron mga ganong challenges, last June happens to be our biggest month for the past 13 years in the business. So we're expecting to grow this business in the last 6 months of the year. And in fact, right now, we're not only preparing for 2020, we're preparing now for 2021. So that's how overwhelming the business is. And I'm happy because yung mga distributors namin, we have around 10,000 distributors in globally, and we're happy because they've survived the pandemic. Okay? They're doing okay with their families. And
Wow,
that's one of our
that's
obligations.
really interesting to know. Now, Joey, my question is, because of the pandemic, a lot of the behavior of consumers changed. Some people, just wanted to stay in their homes, which is also again good because that will they will avoid the virus and help in avoiding the spread of the virus. And there are other changes in terms of consumer behavior. Dito ba sa direct selling, do you also consider that? And if there is a major consumer buying behavior change, what is that, and how are you addressing it?
Uh, Definitely, during the start of the pandemic, we know that there will be changes in customers' preferences and needs. Yun nga lang, those changes happens to work for us because during these times, cash is really king. All right. So
Right.
for a ordinary a Filipino, okay, instead of spending your money on luxury items, you'd rather save that money and buy necessities.
Tama.
And during these times, our products are considered as essential products.
Mhm.
So they'd rather buy our products rather than buying other items that they really don't need. So yung shifting of customer preferences happens really to work for us. People nowadays doesn't want to go out of their houses. They want products to be delivered right at the comfort of their homes. And day one, we have a same-day delivery system. We have a COD system. So what happened, really, yung nangyaring scenario because of the pandemic really worked for the company. So we're just capitalizing on that advantage. We're expanding that market. And we wanted it to be our new normal. Or we'd rather call it a better normal for Sunday. So it really worked for us. Okay, that cost the changes in the needs and preferences of our customer.
Yeah. We're running out of time, but I have to ask this also, Joey. Maraming nahihirapan na nawalan ng trabaho. they have lost their jobs, and in this case where direct selling really is one business model that can help people get opportunities even if they're in their homes. What opportunities, what job opportunities, what livelihood opportunities can um, Sante provide them? Is there specific training? What specific skills will they have? What are the requirements? What are the relevant educational background that one may have to engage in a direct selling business like Sante?
In fact, the beauty of direct selling is it's a business for everybody. Anyone who has dreams, aspirations in life, it doesn't matter whether you graduated in college or not. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor. So dito equal ang lahat eh. The only thing needed for a person to be successful in direct selling is the belief that something great can happen to them. And that's one of our goals in the business, to present to people that there's opportunity in times of adversity. And what Sante can offer is not only our quality product and the beauty of our business, but what I call as a life-changing business education. So we have training programs in Sante, libre lang naman yung mga training programs na yon, that we encourage our business owners to attend because it will really change their life for the better. Ang application lang during, of course, this time is for them to do business with us. But of course, those life-changing business education can help them not only with Sante, but in their day-to-day life. So there's no requirement. Ang requirement lang namin is a person who believes that something great will happen to them. A person who believes, okay, that that there has to be a quality of life, not only for Filipinos, but even for foreign nationals. Because right now, what's happening because of the advent of internet, our business owners are able to sponsor people outside the Philippines. We have Nigerians, we have Arabs, we have people from Hong Kong, from Singapore. So ang importante lang dito is they believe that something great will happen to them. They have aspirations, they have dreams in life. And in Sante, our goal is to help people live better lives.
Wow, that is really perfect. It's a good way to end this interview. But Joey, before we let you go, what are your tips to the micro, small, and business enterprise owners also who are watching? I know that based on based on our conversation today, you clearly survived, and you are still surviving the global pandemic. As a matter of fact, you are gaining from it on a positive way because it's what the people needed at this time. Your tips to the to small business owners and entrepreneurs who would also want to survive the global pandemic, Joey?
Yeah, one thing that people need to know, especially the small businessman, is whenever there's an adversity, there's always an opportunity. While they are at home, okay, during these times that we have, I encourage everyone to stay at home, okay? Hindi pa nag-slow down yung COVID, just stay at home. But while you're at home, you have to make it sure that you're upgrading yourself to become a better person. I encourage everyone to be a better version of who they are after this pandemic. There's a lot of trainings available online. There's a lot of educational programs. They have to develop, or they have to find out their core strengths and core competences. Learn technology. It doesn't matter whether you're young or old. Learn technology. Learn how to use technology for your advantage. Be sure, okay, that during these times of pandemic, you will learn and you will be a better version of who you are. And of course, believe that something great is about to happen to you, and believe in your creator. Believe that everything happens for a reason, and there will always be blessings out of this crisis and out of this opportunity. Just believe, and ang kasabihan nga namin, okay, sa Sante, itong challenges na to, lilipasin to. But yung learnings na natutunan natin dito will stay for life.
Thank you very much. That's the CEO of Sante, Mr. Joey Marcelo.